Once upon a time, in a little town where everyone was just a bit different, there was a peculiar character known as the Grinch. The Grinch usually kept to himself, high up in his mountain home. But today was different. Today, he had decided to embark on a journey to the local grocery store. You might wonder why the Grinch would want to go grocery shopping, and to tell you the truth, so did he. Our story begins on a bright, sunny morning. The Grinch, with his green fuzz and grumpy demeanor, opened his cupboard only to find it empty except for a dusty old can of beans. Even the Grinch knew that wasn't going to cut it. Grumbling but determined, he decided it was time for a shopping adventure, albeit a reluctant one. As he trudged down the winding path to Who-ville, the Grinch couldn't help but feel a little anxious. You see, shopping wasn't exactly his forte. But he knew that even the grumpiest of creatures needed food to survive. So with a list in hand, he entered the bustling grocery store, its bright lights and cheerful music quite the contrast to his usual solitude. The Grinch, being new to this whole grocery shopping thing, started in the produce section. Rows and rows of colorful fruits and vegetables lined the aisles. His eyes widened at the sight of red, juicy apples and green, crisp lettuce. But then a challenge presented itself: how to pick the best ones. After a thoughtful pause, he remembered the store manager's words. If it smells good and feels firm, it's probably a good pick. He sniffed and squeezed his way through, carefully selecting a few apples, a head of lettuce, and some carrots. Next up was the bakery. The sweet aroma of freshly baked bread was almost too much to resist. Now, the Grinch was not one for sharing, but even he knew a good loaf of bread when he smelled one. He chose a crusty baguette, thinking it might be useful for a sandwich or two. As he moved through the store, the Grinch encountered the cereal aisle, a colorful, vibrant lane of infinite possibilities. His eyes skipped over boxes with cartoon mascots and promises of prizes inside. But he wanted something simple, something wholesome. He reached for a box of oatmeal, thinking it would be a good, hearty breakfast option. Dairy was next on the agenda. The Grinch, though not a fan of crowded places, found himself fascinated by the variety of milk available. There was whole milk, skim, almond, soy, and even oat milk. After a brief internal debate, he decided on a carton of oat milk, thinking it might be interesting to try something new. The Grinch continued his exploration and approached the canned goods aisle. He was a bit skeptical, seeing rows of cans stacked high, but he recalled his empty cupboard and decided to stock up. He picked up a couple of cans of soup and beans, noting that these would be easy meals for when he felt too lazy to cook. Finally, the Grinch reached the snack section. Snacks. The true test of self-control. With so many options from chips to cookies, he decided it was wise to choose just one treat. After much contemplation, he settled on a bag of popcorn, thinking it might be a pleasant snack for movie nights. With his cart now full, the Grinch headed to the checkout. As he watched the items beep one by one, he felt a strange sense of accomplishment. It was as if this small act of gathering supplies had brought some sort of order to his otherwise chaotic world. On his way back to his mountain home, the Grinch realized something important. This shopping trip had been more than just about filling his cupboards. It was about stepping out of his comfort zone, learning new things, and exploring the world in his own unique way. Even a journey to the grocery store had its own set of challenges and rewards. And so, with his grocery bags in tow, the Grinch returned to his quiet abode. He put away his groceries, knowing that perhaps the next time his cupboard went empty, the adventure wouldn't feel so daunting. After all, even if you're a grumpy green creature living in a mountain, everyone needs to eat. So, there you have it, The Grinch's Guide to Groceries. It's a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest tasks can become great adventures. Maybe next time, the Grinch won't just go shopping for groceries. Who knows, he might even try cooking. Until then, he's content with his full pantry and a newfound appreciation for the little things in life.